Your shoulder pain might have nothing to do with your shoulder and everything to do with how you breathe. Sounds wild, but stay with me. Hi, I'm Alexis Wadeland, osteopath at Blossoming Me and Healthy Learning Lounge. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how poor breathing patterns can jam up your ribcage and how that can affect your shoulder every time you move. When people think shoulder pain, they usually think muscles, rotator cuff, traps, pecs, or even shoulder impingement with sharp pain, or maybe pain with tingling down the arms, or degeneration of the shoulder joint so badly that surgery is the only option. But your shoulder sits on top of your rib cage, and your rib cage is meant to expand and contract with every breath. When that doesn't happen quite as well as it should, the entire chain becomes affected. Here's what bad breathing does. Generally, upper chest breathing causes upper rib cage tightness. Belly breathing, but not diaphragmatic breathing, causes core disengagement and flaring of the lower ribs. Shallow breathing can be affected by rib cage movement, such as restricted rotation. And every time you lift, reach, pull, push, turn, or bend, your rib cage needs to be able to expand, contract, rotate, and move. And you need your shoulder blade to be able to glide over the rib cage. If either of these are reduced, then your shoulder blade cannot move properly, and your muscles get pulled out of position. Tension, restriction, and pain begin. Try this. If you lie or sit, place one hand on your chest and one hand on the side of your ribs. Now inhale slowly. Does your breath go high into your chest? Do you breathe into the side of your ribs at all? Now try raising your arms overhead, checking both sides. Does one side feel more stuck? Okay, so now take a deep, full, slow breath, and while you do this, side bend to the easier or less restricted side. Simultaneously, bring your elbow up towards your head. So you're side bending, and then you're bringing your elbow up. Slowly exhale all the way out while side bending to the other side and dropping your arm to the side as you do so. Repeat 3 times. Now lift your arms overhead again. Does that side move more freely now? Does it move further now? Did it actually improve a little bit, even without touching your shoulder at all? Most rehab plans will jump straight to strengthening, which sounds logical, until you realize the root cause is your rib cage function and your breathing. The shoulder isn't the problem at all. If you're breathing poorly or your rib cage isn't able to provide the right base for your shoulder movement, then by going straight into strengthening, you're reinforcing the dysfunction on a locked rib cage and actually exacerbating the joint restriction and muscle compensations that are already there. Because, well, yes, you will strengthen the muscles, but you won't be using them correctly. And that means that over time, the pain won't shift. The pattern stays broken. The pain overall might even get worse. You could start to irritate the very structures that you were actually trying to protect. It could then turn into muscle overuse, shoulder impingement, rotator cuff injury, tendonitis, and a higher risk of re-injury down the track. You can't out-strengthen poor rib mechanics. You can't stabilize a system that doesn't move properly. You've got to go back to the basics. Mobilize your rib cage, restore the thoracic spine mobility, restore rib restrictions, fix how you breathe, then layer shoulder stability, control exercises, and strengthening on top of that. That's exactly what I teach inside the Ribcage Reset mini course, my go-to system for clients who've tried everything and are still stuck. So if your shoulders have been tight, painful or stiff, and strength training or posture work haven't quite worked, check out your ribcage and your breathing. Fixing it could be key to unlocking real and lasting mobility, stability, and comfort. If you'd like to learn more about my Ribcage Reset mini course, click the link below.
So that's it for today. Did it raise any questions or aha moments? If so, I'd love to hear them, so please put those in the comments section. I love answering questions. I hope you found today useful, and if you know someone who could use this information, please share it. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Until next time, and in health, bye for now.